Okay. All right, and we're live. Welcome everyone to the weekly live stream here at BaconDAO. Every Sunday, as usual, at right around 6 p.m. UTC or 11 a.m. PST. We do this call every week to kind of go over the top kind of trending narratives, things we're looking at. Not only for myself, but also our head contributors in BaconDAO. So today we have Viper and Luke with us, as usual. Mahi's not going to be here today, but there will be quite a bit to talk about for Polkadot crowd loans anyways, so I'll kind of fill in there. So not much more intro there. We'll just wait till a couple more people come in, and then the format will be Viper going first, and then Luke going over things they're looking at for this week. I'll try to jump in if anything is like I'm also looking at them, and then I'll probably do Mahi's bit after talking about Polkadot specifically, and then we'll do Q&A at the end. So that's about it, and we are currently live on YouTube, Twitter, and our Discord. And let's just jump into it. And I see people are asking for Viper to come on mic already. So Viper, what's up?
What's up, Dennis? We have a new narrative I want to talk about with NFTs. And for those of you who didn't have a chance to join my educational call a couple days ago, I actually went over NFTs with another head contributor, Apex Jr., and we kind of did an intro of NFTs, tools that we use, different chains that we recommend, and then just overall strategy. And
okay, hold on, Viper. They still say they can't hear you. That's kind of insane.
It's possible.
I hear you. Luke hears you.
Should I hop into Discord?
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, do you guys hear Luke?
I'm just watching on YouTube, someone said.
1, 2, 3.
I can hear him.
Test.
Yeah, you can hear him on YouTube, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'll stop the stream on Discord and try again. Let's see.
Do you want me to hop in Discord and just talk on Discord? Oh, no, it's for,
What about now? Try it.
Testing. CTM says I hear both on YouTube, but not on Discord. I hear them well on Twitter. Okay, so it's just Discord.
Well,
you want me to hop on Discord and talk?
Probably not. The better way is probably them to go on YouTube. Because then it'll be mixed up. Yeah. If you can't hear Viper, just join us on YouTube, I guess. That'll be the best way.
Okay. Well, just to pick off where I was, so I hosted a educational call a couple days ago on Thursday, where we kind of talked about NFTs. You know, as I always say, Dennis, we want to follow the trends, the hypes. You know, although I'm a BSC maxi at heart, if there's no real money being made there, but people are hopping on a new chain, we got to go to the new chain, right? You know, BaconDAO, we want to make money and we want to follow trends. And so NFTs are obviously the hype right now. And so I've become a JPEG degenerate and just kind of buying into some blue chips quick little reiteration of that educational call. You know, I'm a Solana Ethereum NFT maxi, and so I do not care for NFTs on any other chain. It's, there's less liquid, less, just a lot of copycats too. But that being said, I picked up a hash mask and, after their release of news about the new NFT that you'll get as an airdrop. But here's the thing. So NFTs were popping off. It was generally the idea that you just search for the hype, you mint something on Solana or ETH, you can do a quick flip. But then Mechaverse came along, and they were just so big. I mean, Dennis, in 2 days, they had 240,000 Discord members, 5,000 people nitro boosting their Discord. Like, it's insane how much hype they got, and it's honestly a little concerning, because here's the thing. with Shiba pumping 300% in a couple days, that drained the altcoin market. You saw a lot of red candles, especially on BSC. But then when Mechaverse came along, people were wanting liquidity, right? They wanted to get ready to ape into Mechaverse, even though they don't know if they made it on the list. They want to get ready, get that money ready to buy the floor, to mint their Mechaverse if they're chosen. So we saw a lot of even blue chips taking a hit. Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Hash Mask. I mean, honestly, a lot of the NFTs I've seen, I've just been dipping a little bit. Now they haven't plummeted, but after that happened, it's just, I don't know, the NFT market hasn't been as strong. Now, maybe, it's just a temporary thing, and I'm definitely not bearish on NFTs. I think, maybe the profile picture NFTs that keep popping up every day, maybe that will be a bubble that pops, but NFTs as a whole, no. But the new narrative for me has actually been NFT projects that end up making a token that you can farm. Now, I don't believe in it, Dennis. I don't think that's sustainable at all. But you see Bored Ape Yacht Club doing that, and what's that one? Kongs, Crypto Kongs or something. Which they
Kongs copy the banana from Hashmask.
Really?
Hashmask has a token called NCT.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Well, Kongs, I think, is like number one right now. I think they surpassed Crypto Punks.
Yeah, CyberKongs is like overtook Punks by some metrics. I'm not even sure what it is. But
yeah, so like I call it a narrative because it seems like even the big projects are going that way, even though I don't believe in that, and it's always going to be Ponzonomics, and I don't think it's sustainable. But that being said, that's kind of the new trend to look out for. Now, people don't really make tokens on Solana because no one knows Rust, and they just, they know enough to make an NFT project. On Ethereum, I'm sure, it's easy to make an ERC20 token to farm, but I don't think a lot of people have been putting the effort into making farms like that. So I don't know if it will be a widely used trend, but the big projects at least are starting off that way. So for Mutant Ape Yacht Club and Bored Ape Yacht Club, they have this thing where it's called FOMO token, where you can claim a certain amount of tokens just by holding, one of their NFTs. And so, unfortunately,
that's not live yet, right? They said like Q1 next year.
It may be another project that has said, "Hey, we'll give you tokens if you're." But yeah, they haven't officially said anything. But in the Discord, when I asked mods, I said, "Hey, what's the token that you can get for free?" And they said FOMO, and they already linked me the link to the ERC20 token. So I was just kind of confused.
Scam.
Yeah, that or it's the token with no liquidity, right? But I think that's probably not the official token because even on Twitter they said, "Hey, if we don't announce it, don't." So I'm very hesitant. I did not claim anything because, God knows what will happen when you interact with that contract. So just be careful. But that's generally a trend that I've seen. And I will say that Solana NFTs have been slowing down with selling out. A lot of projects on Solana now because it's becoming oversaturated with the new addition to like secondary markets. It used to be Solana Art was the secondary market. Now you have Magic Eden coming along. And actually, Magic Eden now has a launch pad for NFTs. But I think the thing that you really need to just realize right now, and this, of course, my opinion, but you'll see the trend is true. Things may sell out now on Solana, but the floor price will dump so hard. So if you plan on following the hype and just aping into all these profile picture NFTs on Solana, for example, I suggest doing a quick flip rather than holding because the past 3 that I did, which was very hyped, sold out in seconds, and I managed to get a couple. They're below mint price, literally same day. So be careful. The hype is slowing down a little bit. And yeah, that's really the narrative I think we have to look out for. Also, I will add one more thing. I think wallets have been another narrative that I've been focusing on, and frame is one of them. Now I don't know if this is a fact because it's not written anywhere, but I set up my ENS to connect to Twitter, which is awesome. And like if you go, to my Twitter right now, you'll see a little symbol near me, and if you just hover over the symbol, it'll show you my what's it called? My NFT portfolio. Oh, it doesn't show for you. I think no, it'll be before the word Viper. I think you have to have frame, and it's unclear, but I think
it's just like a built-in feature for frame, right? There's another one that acts as a browser plugin like that.
Yeah. Do you not have it downloaded?
No, I don't have it.
I can share my screen. Let me just
there's one that's frame probably does that. There's one that adds a tab here that shows all your collections.
I'll share you really quickly, just because people are like, "Whoa, what?"
I don't think
is
that's
that?
Native integration yet. But
can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Do you see this? It's really cool because if you just go like this, it pops up.
How are you having that?
What'd you say?
How do you have that?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Do you have an extension?
I have the frame extension, but I don't know if that's the thing.
That's
isn't that cool?
Most likely the frame extension. That's cool. That's kind of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and like let's say my hash mask, you can click on it, and you can go view on OpenSea. Like it's pretty cool. Now, I've spent countless hours trying to figure out how to verify ENS name, but I don't know. But information is not anywhere. Initially, we thought, okay, maybe this is a region-based thing because my friends in Ireland don't see this, but you don't see it either. I really think it's frame now too.
It's the extension. Like just go disable the extension, it'll probably disappear.
Oh, see, I see yours. See that?
The fuck?
Yeah, yours shows for me.
Oh, that's interesting.
I can see your portfolio.
So they natively do that if I put it as my
you have to put your name, virtual
Twitter, as my ENS. That's interesting.
Yeah, but you can't see it because I don't think you have frame.
I don't have the thing.
See, so I can see your entire. Oh, this is a cool one. Looks rare.
Cool.
But like, did I expose you in 4K? What's the Twerky Club, Dennis? But no, it's really cool, and I don't. Oh, you see that? That's the first for me. That guy had a verified one. I don't know how he did that. Wow, that's the first for me. I'm not sure how he verified his ENS name, but anyways, that being said, I think wallets have look, I love MetaMask, and I really love that I can use it for all EVM compatible chains, but it's so trash, and we all know it. And so I like the competition. And so one narrative I'm also focusing on is, when a wallet is released, I just want to make a wallet, maybe do one transaction. I feel like there'll be an airdrop in the future that I want to be a part of. And that's why I downloaded Frame, for example. And so I feel like, and I also have a friend, in real life, not in crypto life, who I just talked to him a couple days ago, and he started a job at a technology startup company that's focusing in on making a crypto wallet as well. And we were talking, and he was talking about how they want to make it a premium wallet that's more compatible with NFTs and stuff. And then I'm seeing on Twitter also, which I shared with you a few days ago, of people suggesting, oh, we should do AI generated art to prevent phishing on MetaMask. And so like a lot of wallet talk has been happening, and it excites me. I love competition. I love competition with, OpenSea. I don't think there should be one place to go to. There should be many. With DEXs, with centralized exchanges, with everything, right? The competition is what makes the market thrive. Now, although you probably can't make money off a wallet, I think there will be possibly airdrops in the future for these wallets. So, I want to taste. I missed out on things like the Uniswap. Do one swap on us, and you get a fat, airdrop. And so, I'm just keeping my eye out on wallets. Plus, it'd be nice to use a better looking wallet. Actually, really quickly, I will share what the Frame thing does look like. It's actually really cool. It's just very complicated looking, and I don't know how to use it. Let me pull it up. But there's one thing I really do like. Let's see. Let's do this. So, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I only see the
frame.
No, I don't see the frame. You probably need to do like a full screen share. Yeah,
that's what I did. Yeah, okay. If not, then it's okay. But entire screen. Okay, let's do this. Let's try this one more thing. Can you see now?
Yeah. Still no. Oh, on the right. Yeah.
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 I like how it shows you the gas, shows you the current price of ETH. And one other cool thing, I really don't know how to use it. It's so complicated, but you can connect your Trezor, Ledger.
Okay.
And one other thing is, look at this. Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon. Pretty cool. Add new chain. So it's like, I don't know, I'm pretty bullish on something that you can't make money on, but it's a cool wallet. So yeah, so long story short, I think that is why you can see that thing on Twitter. I just learned something new about, seeing someone actually have it verified, but the information is not public. So it's just something cool to know. But yeah, that's all I have for this week, Dennis.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing a rise in these kind of better user experience wallets, I think. Like there's Coin98. I think Coin98 is a pretty strong wallet for kind of, if you just want to have everything in one place. They host everything in one place, and same thing with Coin or XDeFi. And you could have a Polkadot wallet, you could have a Rune wallet, you could have ETH, and then it's also either EVM compatible wallets are also right there too. So you could have ETH and Polygon and AVAX all right next to each other. So it's kind of easier for newer people to navigate is kind of how I view it. I think just changing the RPC, I think, is a lot of out of people's realms, and I think it's kind of difficult for a lot of people. So I think Frame actually kind of is one of the is lacking a little bit on the cross-chain aspect. I know it's only EVM compatible, but Rabby is another EVM compatible wallet, and they have sort of a similar selection where you can choose to be on Polygon, you could choose to be on Avalanche, you could choose to be on all these EVM compatible chains, and it's easily right there for you to view, whereas MetaMask you'd have to go and select each one independently, and manually. Yeah, I think this is a narrative that I think is going to pick up.
This wallet is by DBank.
Testing out these wallets. Yeah.
This Rabby wallet is made by DBank.
Yes, and then the Frame wallet, I don't know the exact specifics around it, but it's supposed to be a privacy wallet, an Ethereum privacy. It says a privacy-focused Ethereum wallet. That being said, I have no idea how it's private. I sent funds to myself, and it went to the same address that I sent it to. So yeah, I don't know how it's private, but yeah, we're still looking into it, is what I can say about it.
This one's interesting.
Yeah, I'm
this
hyped
Rabby wallet. It's basically MetaMask, but a little bit more multi-chain, and that's the main thing. It's multi-chain, by default. So, okay, I think there's a couple of ways you can play this already. Right? Coin98 is trading a new one called XDeFi, right? Where we've been watching that when it lists. But I think the main thing is you gotta look at what the pain points are, right, in wallets. Because we know wallets are trending, but which ones are solving problem versus which ones are just doing random stuff. I don't think it's like more functionalities needed. I think it's better UI and UX. So multi-chain is one, right? So if you skip all the RPC adding and instead you just have one place, that's good. I also think mobile is a big thing. So if you have MetaMask mobile right now, it works, but only through like Wallet Connect or their built-in browser. It's still MetaMask, so you don't have other chains. So Coin98 already does that like pretty well on mobile. Yeah, I think there are definitely like ways to make money around that. Obviously, Coin98 is a very big coin already, so yeah, I think like most of the crypto crowd right now, they go through desktop through MetaMask, right? And then that's stopping a lot of the adoption for other like third world country people to like play Axie, like you said, Luke, last week, and then
Yeah.
also trade, right? Yeah, I think that's an overall
Yeah,
trend.
so-
Like MetaMask itself
Yeah.
works okay for me on mobile, but yeah,
It's not that great.
what do you see?
It could be a lot better, especially for the money that they generate. Yeah, no, I read the thread on Joe trying to
Yeah.
adopt a better mobile experience, and I do think
Yeah.
that's going to be a trend. It's just accessibility. The more accessible it is to like third world countries, I think is going to be a big plus. And then just how many people are trading on, you know, on their laptop like stocks versus how many people are downloading Robinhood, and then they're kind of just yeah, and then they're just because they like the user experience of Robinhood so much, they're trading mainly on there. So I think accessibility and mobile accessibility specifically is going to be a key trend.
Yeah.
And like particularly with gaming, that was kind of one of the key successes of Axie was
Yeah.
a lot of these people in developing countries, they don't have a laptop, especially one with specs to play these games that need like high computing power. So I think we're
Yeah.
going to see like a lot of these mobile games. They're going to definitely pop off first, I think, because a lot of these people are already exposed to Axie. They know the economy and the play to earn. But I think for a game like Call of Duty or like Grand Theft Auto, like a big mass multiplayer economy on like a PC to exist, I think that's still 5 years out or so. I think right now the real key is the mobile accessibility, especially with play to earn.
And what wallet do people use on mobile to play Axie, if you know? Is it their own like Ronin wallet? Or like maybe not even like
you know,
to
I
play.
think
It's probably like. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm the one who provides the wallet, and then I provide them
Yeah.
with the email and address, so they don't even have to interact with a wallet
Okay.
themselves.
So they go on the
So
site and just log in, right?
Yeah, they go download Axie. I give them the login information, and then they log in.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, at the end of the 2 weeks, I send the SLP to their Binance account.
Oh, just Binance. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So they don't even need a DEX. Okay. So if a bunch of more, play to earn coins and games come up, and they go through the same step, they still have to cash out somehow, right? They're not listed on like a really good exchange. They first have to do a step of trading to ETH or USDT or something. Whatever wallet they use is going to be pretty interesting. I'll try to find the data around that. Yeah, I think we see the trend now. Next step, just like seeing who's doing it and who's getting adoption. So probably like what's the most popular wallet that people use in the Philippines and Vietnam and stuff.
Well, I mean, it's the Ronin wallet, like hands down. I don't think, yeah, like there's no incentive for them to download MetaMask except to link it to a Ronin wallet, right? So, I honestly, like, I think we could maybe even see Ronin take over like gaming wallets potentially.
Maybe.
Because if they
So
provide a
okay,
DEX
so
and then
I gotta try this then. I gotta try this.
try what?
I think it's also like what they support, right? Like if they are to take over like more play to earn, there's like people in the Philippines, if they jump to a new game, they still keep the Ronin wallet to receive like whatever the other token is. Then it depends on what network Ronin supports, right? If it's only the Ronin network or ETH mainnet, or I think the big one would be like Immutable X. I think that would be the network to support. But I could be wrong. Yeah. So Ronin is like competitor to Immutable X, right? Technically speaking. So
you know, actually, yeah, in some way it is because it's a gasless NFT.
It's a layer
wallet,
2, right? For like the
Yeah.
day-to-day transactions in the game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like you know. Sorry, go ahead.
They're building a DEX. So there's a little bit of a lag, so it's difficult. There's a DEX that they're going to be building out.
Yeah.
So I think that's, I don't know how much DeFi they're going to be building out, but they're going to be building a DEX on the Ronin network, and they're going to be building a little bit of some of these DeFi projects. I don't know to the extent though.
Okay. So let me just like share screen. Here. So, like Ronin, the only game on there right now is Axie, right? That uses it, but technically they could support more games. Yeah, and they don't have, but they don't have a native token, right? So, yeah, and then you know, like how like Gauss and Chain is another like kind of like Hearthstone play to earn, and then you have a couple more that are really behind Immutable X. As far as I know, the most like adopted layer 2 for gaming and play to earn and NFTs built in is Immutable X. And then like because it's the main thing that it solves is the microtransaction, right? In Gauss on Chain. Obviously, assets will still live on ETH mainnet, but when you do play to earn, let's say you earn like $5 today, that doesn't happen on mainnet. That happens on Immutable X, just like how it happens on Ronin for Axie. So then, since Ronin has its own wallet, it's like all built by Sky Mavis, like within their own ecosystem. Can't really speculate on that, but taking that same adoption kind of, thing, I think very bullish on IMX token when it launches. They'll probably try to do also their own wallet. But if there's any other wallet they partner with, like let's say like they push everyone from their play to earns to Coin98, just presumably if that happens, that'll be really big for Coin98. But yeah, so far nothing like that yet, right? It's mainly just trading. There's no dominant play to earn wallet.
Yeah, I think the only on run right now would be the AXS token. I think even kind of having this conversation, it kind of made it more bullish on AXS because it's not Axie, right? I think that Axie is going to be kind of their flagship game, and they're going to build the economy much more than what the Ponzi-nomics of what it is now. And I think they're going to incorporate the games that they're going to be building on. I think they're going to be incorporating like SLP in too. So it's like they have to keep the Ponzi going. You know what I mean? Is kind of how I view it. So, like I think AXS kind of building out these other games, and then especially building out Axie, I think is something that I see clearly happening. And yeah, I know Axie's kind of like the biggest video game company now, but I think there's reason to be bullish on it from here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to map the landscape out as well. So there's each like type of play to earn umbrella, right? You have a wallet, you have a token, you have a layer 2 that handles the microtransactions, and there are a couple of these brands right now. You have Axie, Ronin, AXS, and Axie is the game. They could pump out more games. You have like Dapper Labs with like Flow and NBA Top Shot and whatever other game they could come up with. You have like Engine with whatever they can come up with, and they definitely have Engine Wallet already. So Engine and Flow are like separate chains as well. And then you have, I think, like newcomer Immutable with Immutable X as the layer 2, their own token IMX, and their wallet, and play to earn. So yeah, I would say that's kind of the biggest brands around these, like that could push out play to earns that have plans. So if you have like one wallet that's like super focused on play to earn and supports Ronin, Immutable X, Dapper, or Flow, and Engine, then that would be a kill wallet. But so far, that's probably just Binance. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like if I were to make a pick, like you can't really. Flow and Engine are good, but there are other chains, right? And they will be good, and they've been around for a while, and they have good adoption. But once you're in that niche, like you could compare them to even like Solana, because Solana can have technically the same thing. So it becomes tricky. When it's strictly layer 2s, you have like Ronin and Immutable X. So this is kind of why I'm very bullish on Immutable X, in my opinion. Yeah, because then like you can have a market that's hinged to the bigger Ethereum ecosystem versus going through a bridge, like Flow to Ethereum bridge. I'm not even sure if that's live, but for Ronin's case, like you have all these assets that can just plug into Ethereum DeFi, like AXS and SLP. Immutable, same thing, like whatever. I think Gods and Chain have their own token, like a play to earn token that can plug into Ethereum mainnet DeFi. Yeah, I don't see a clear wallet play yet, but I think I'm bullish on IMX. And also Axie, but Axie, like, I mean, it's so high already, so it is what it is. If you're still holding, like, I don't think it's a bad hold. Okay, we talked a lot about that already. I see Viper's already dipped off. Okay, Luke, what else you got? What else interests you this week? If you're still there. Am I just talking by myself now?
It's my bad. I have my mic muted.
Yeah,
and
back.
I was talking to myself, I guess. So yeah, one quick stat real quick is there's more Filipinos with Axie wallets than there are Filipinos with credit cards. So
what? What the fuck? What? That's a crazy stat.
So I think this kind of paints like, and especially like with going back to the play to earn, like the third world countries are going to be the laborers of the metaverse. Like this is kind of how I see it.
That's insane.
And we kind of, yeah. So we have to, for a play to earn game to be successful, I think they have to really appeal to mobile users and like third world country, like developing countries. because I think that's really their main.
Yep.
Yeah, that's their labor. So if they don't have the labor, then they can't produce the resources for the first world countries or the bigger players to come in and actually play the game. So bullish on mobile play to earn games.
Same. Yeah.
Anyways, some other things. Saturn Beam, which is a play that we highlighted, rugged early this morning, last night, and I think most of us got out in time. I think looking at Dennis's face right there, I think he kind of predicted it, but
I didn't get in.
Most of us got out in
I just
time.
wasn't too worth it for the
it's a little degen. Yeah. I just kind of we had a small play of farming it, and we got out, most of us. So yeah, I think we did pretty good on it, even that it was a rug. Some other news today or this week was Yearn Finance announced their multi-chain compatibility with Phantom, and yeah, they also announced that they're going to be branching out to other. So yeah, this more bullish on Yearn Finance. I think I'll still be holding some BT, but I think Yearn Finance, if they continue with this narrative, it's going to be pretty bullish for them because they are the dominant ones. Do you have a preference?
They're not even that dominant anymore. They're kind of overtaken by Convex.
By Convex?
Yeah. We can look at it really quick. At least the shift has been in Convex's favor for the kind of strategy vaults. I'm not sure if they have TVL's been overtaken yet. I can check here. But the newer, they still integrate Yearn, but it's kind of together now. So Yearn and Convex are two that every other protocol integrate for curve pools. It's probably yield. Let's see. Yeah, see, Convex has higher TVL than Yearn now. Yearn has 5 billion, Convex is 9 billion. So
damn,
not the dominant
I was not aware.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have bought the Dave Ether article.
Yeah, Convex is still much smaller than Yearn technically. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, at this point I'm not so sure about Yearn. Yeah, close to 10 billion. Yeah, Convex is getting crazy.
But doesn't Convex just do stable? This is kind of where
They're very similar, right? Yearn also just does that. Yearn's based on curve pools, right? Whatever curve farms they can farm. Convex, same thing. Yeah.
Oh yes, okay. Now that paints a clear picture.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm buying more Convex, I guess.
Convex? Not a bad buy. Definitely not a bad buy.
Yeah. So it's the last bit of news that I got, and it goes under the DOT narrative, I guess, or KSM narrative.
Okay.
Mover and let me use the real names. Moonriver and Moonbeam have announced liquidity mining incentives. It's still kind of up in the air when this is all going to go down, but they have reserved set amounts for their ecosystems. I think for Moonbeam, I think it's 5. For Moonriver, I think it's 10%. But those are off the top of my head, so don't quote me.
Yeah, I'll try to bring that up. They announced that back in August, I think, or earlier, July even.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, well, and then before the crowd loan, and they listed. I can probably find the article.
Okay, I dropped one in the Polkadot chat if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, so even knowing that we kind of got rugged by, some of us got rugged by Saturn. I don't want that to leave kind of a sour taste in our mouths, because I think we're going to have a lot in Shide in the weeks and months to come. So, yeah, this is what I saw.
Mm-hmm. So they're doing 8% of Glimmer or Moonbeam and 10% of Moonriver. So that's 10. Yeah, Moonriver is 10 million, so 1 million times 300. So, yeah. Moonbeam is 1 billion total tokens.
Do you think it's going to be their total supply, or do you think it's going to be their circulating, like 10% of their circulating supply, or
total supply? Genesis supply?
I think that's
what does that even mean? Wait, what the fuck is total Genesis supply? That's probably total supply, because they have planned inflation here, right? 5% annual inflation.
They will push.
Yeah, here. They said it. Like 1 billion initial Genesis supply. Yeah, so it's the total supply.
So yeah, that would push Moonriver closer to a $300 million liquidity mining incentive right now.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah. So I have a lot of to say about the Moonbeam tokenomics, actually. I did quite a bit of research.
Yeah, I don't like the inflation.
Oh, you mean the 5%?
Yeah, go ahead then. Yeah, I noticed I haven't. No, it's not.
You're not going to notice that until because if you're concerned for the inflation, like Moonriver right now, right? It's only 16% is unlocked, right? The inflation for the first year is going to be way higher than 5%, because you have they put 30% into the crowd loans. All of that will be unlocked in 48 weeks, which is like less than 1 year, right? Probably 40 weeks from now. So we're looking at like another 15% or so unlocked. So like 100% inflation, technically speaking, if you take it by, circulating market cap for next year. So
yeah. So what's your opinion on kind of tokenomics on a lot of these chains? Like, I think tokenomics can make or break like a
I think Moonriver and Moonbeam have already the best tokenomics in terms of crowd loan out of all 11. The next one up is probably Calamari, that has also pretty good tokenomics. And I'll show you what I mean. But like this 5% here is staking rewards. That's mainly what they're doing, I would say. I don't think
I guess what I'm saying though is like with Near though, they have a similar 5% inflation, but they have a burn on top of it, I guess is what I'm saying. So they have the inflation to secure the network, but the burn is kind of what draws me into Near, is because is deflationary on some aspect, even though that it would take like 1 billion transactions a day, which I think is like 10x what ETH is doing right now. Like even if Near gets adopted, at least the inflation's not going to be super high, and if it could even be deflationary to some aspect. But like with Moonbeam, like I think the inflation kind of is might hurt the ecosystem. I kind of have this theory that Bullish tokenomics are best for how do I want to say this? The better tokenomic, if you have two protocols that are pretty much the same, and one is more established but has shit tokenomics, another one can come and vampire attack it if it has better tokenomics, in my opinion. So if it airdrops to users, it has a burn mechanic, and kind of has.
This one has a burn mechanic, right? 80% burned, 20% to treasury. Yeah, they do have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Then I'm just coming. Okay.
I don't know the specific amount.
I take everything back. I said.
Shit.
But no, it is a little bit of a theory of mine. this tokenomics.
Yeah, no, tokenomics is
Protocols
very
better
key, right? I
tokenomics.
think that's the main thing that really put Moonriver crowd loan better than the rest of the, let's say, 10. It was the tokenomics, like not even like token economy, because burning and like how like inflows outflows over time is more token economy, but tokenomics at launch, specifically like how much the team has, how much investors have, versus like public, what the difference is, and the vesting schedule. Moonbeam and Moonriver at least had the best. So let me just see here. Springcast okay, so yeah, I'll try to take. I think this is the main thing I want to cover. So this is for like I'll change this to Moonbeam, Moonriver. Let me know what you think as well. So like, okay, so there's this site called Parachains.info. So I've been like looking at these sites to figure out which crowd loan was the best, and Kusama, and why it was good, and which one I want to put most of my money into, right? So just like take these things away, but basically there were like 11 crowd loans on Kusama, and then out of those 11, I think a very good metric here. Why is this so slow? So like most of the other ones, right? Like even Shiden, Karura, like Kala, right? They only gave like, $300 for like $300 that you put in. So Shiden was like 1x return. Moonriver was like 10x return, right? So what made this really different? It was if you look in the auctions and then the tokenomics. So how you got you can like basically from here you can figure out like what valuation you were investing into these projects at, right? Because like let's say take Karura, right? They put out 11% of their total supply, and 11% of that ended up raising 170 million. So that's about 16 million per 1%, right? So this puts them 16 million times 100. So they launched this crowd loan at $1.6 billion in like total valuation, TDV, right? That's very high. So this is why like this actually crashed even from this price, right? So technically speaking here, if you just assume your KSM went away, you paid around like 20, let's say 22 car to, yeah, you paid around $20, like let's say $18 per Karura, assuming that you just burned your KSM, but you still get it back. But for the sake of like comparing these, let's say you paid $16 per car, and car right now trades at like $8, right? Because people don't even think that it should be valued at 1.6 billion, and like this was really bad tokenomics. Now, if they only raised like let's say way less than that, right, like 17 million, then all of a sudden that's really good, because then you're investing in this at like 160 million market cap, right? You see what I mean? So this is what made Moonriver really good, because they put out a total 30% of their supply in this crowd loan, and they only raised 70 million here. So that was 7 to 6, like less than $2.5, like $2.4. Not 24 or 2.4. Yeah, $24 per mover in the crowd loan, right? And their total supply is 10 million. So that's only 240 million in total TDV that you're investing in mover, versus Karura's 1.6 billion, right? So that's like a huge difference. So a lot of people got blindsided by this. Like they were in this just because like Karura brand big, but they didn't realize that they were bidding for a very tiny chunk of the supply, versus here, right? They were bidding for 30%. Shiden is also pretty good, way better than Karura, but not as good as Moonriver. And then like if you go like this way down the list, like Calamari was also really good because they also put out 30% at 75, so they're also valued at like 250 million ish.
Kilt
When you're
Kilt only put out.
Kilt was insane.
1.
Like Kilt had no return
5.
whatsoever. Yeah, Kilt basically.
What?
If you look at this, it's like 50. So they were at like 5 billion TDV that they're racing at, which was insane. Like nobody should have put money in this. Like this was huge VC dump. That haven't dumped yet, but hugely overvalued. Yeah. So like basically 1% was worth 50 million, right? So 100% is 5 billion. So this was insane. So yeah, jumping back to the
Calamari is also 30%.
Yeah, Calamari was pretty good. Calamari was 75 million for 30%, right? So 1 billion 25. So there were 250 million valuation they raised at, which was decent, right? Not as good as Moonriver, but pretty decent, right? And that's why the return here was also pretty good. I think this is like very key, like because we actually see like even though these projects raise similar amounts, their tokenomics are like vastly different. So like I didn't look at Astar yet, but just comparing these two and then Moonbeam and Akala, I can tell you right now, like Moonbeam is going to be better than Akala, most likely. Because
incentives wise,
yeah, crowd loan design wise. Because now we jump back to this article, the article we had for the community announcement. So they are putting down, they're raising total like 25%, but 8% of that already gone out. And this take flight event was 25 cents per token and like capped at I think like 1K you can put in. So it's very community focused, and they have like 40-day cliff and 100% unlock. So what that translates to is 25 cents per token, and Moonbeam token, which is a Glimmer token, has total supply of 1 billion. So that's, again, they did this sale, this community sale at 250 million TDV. So essentially like it's directly copying from Moonriver, like tokenomics, but Moonbeam, so bigger. So like people doing this take fly sale already is going to be probably 10x at launch. Because just look at Moonriver 10x at the same tokenomics. So why would this not? Same valuation, right? And then like Parachain, they're doing 17%. So what that is if so 17 million, so no, 170 million is 17% times 25 cents. That would be like 85 million. So if they raise only 85 million in the crowd loan, that would put it's not here, but in the Polkadot Moonbeam crowd loan, if they raise 85 million, that would be Moonbeam at 250 million. That's extremely good, right? Because like you're pretty much guaranteed at 10x. Am I even? No. Okay, sorry. No, 42 million. No, if they raise 42 million, it's valued at 250 million for Moonbeam. If they raise 85 million, that's valued at 500 million. I think they'll probably raise around 100 million, probably a little bit less in the crowd loan, which would put Moonbeam between like 500 to 600 million, which I think is very undervalued. I would expect like 10x performance, just like Moonriver. Yeah, so this is still very speculative, right? But like we know the numbers. The only variable that's still there is how much they can raise in the Moonbeam crowd loan. What I'm saying is like as long as they raise less than 100 million, I think it could do 10x. So I'll probably be all in if they raise less than 100 million. If they raise like 200, probably 5x, right? If they raise 400, right, 2.5x. If they raise 500 million, then that's 2x. So I don't know what they can raise.
But is that just you comparing it to Moonriver's valuation?
Yeah, comparing to Moonriver's valuation, assuming that
okay,
same strategy, same unlock schedule, right? And then expecting Moonbeam to be at least twice as large in market cap as Moonriver, which I think is very conservative, right? Then
me too.
Yeah, so then like getting in Moonbeam at 500 million is probably at least the same return as getting in Moonriver at 250 million, right? So that's kind of the assumption. Yeah, so that's why, I think it'll be really good. But Akala, on the other hand, they probably will flop again, I think, because they did another sale and the tokenomics weren't great. But this is actually a good thing that most people don't know. They haven't done the numbers, and they probably will FOMO into Akala first again. I really hope so. In that case, that gives Moonbeam like more like runway. So this was the event. So they did a small like pre-sale, similar to like Moonbeam's Take Flight. And then in here, they did price was around 0.032 dot, which is like $1 per Akala. And then Akala total supply is 10 billion. I'm not mistaken. Either 1 or 10 billion. No, 1 billion. So they raised this round already at 1 billion TDV for Akala. So right away, like this is technically their pre-sale. So their crowd loan, they are at least expecting to be valued at higher than their pre-sale. That's probably what we can assume. So whatever happens in the crowd loan, you're probably getting in at over 1 billion valuation. So unless you think Akala is significantly that much better than Moonbeam and that much bigger than Moonbeam in market cap, yeah, like you would have to assume at least like Akala being 2x Moonbeam market cap in order for this to make sense. Yeah, so I think Akala will flop again. I think you can probably expect like 1x if not 2x max for Akala return. That's not really a flop, but it'll probably underperform Moonbeam again. I think VCs probably force these terms on them. Yeah, so probably not good. Yeah, so this is why I still need to do more. Like I plan to do like top 11, like Akala, Moonbeam I've done. So I'll probably do the same analysis for Astar, Bifrost, Kala, Hydra, Centrifuge. I looked at Equilibrium already because they have a whitelist already. This is also not good. Yeah. I forgot the numbers, but they are racing at quite high. Yeah, so I'll let you guys know like the ones I have like top 10. But yeah, so far I'm not gonna be in the Akala. I'm not gonna be backing Akala. Probably gonna back Moonbeam only. Yeah. Does that make sense? It's probably too many numbers, but
Yeah, no, it was a little bit much on the number side for me, but yeah, it made sense.
yeah, I
I
think
just
it's
kinda
just
wanted to get
like
your thought process.
putting all the numbers together and it's just like, okay, all these projects will have similar vesting because it's all based on the slot, like 2-year, right, for DOT. Then you just look at valuation, right? You're investing in Akala at least 1 billion, probably like 1.5. You're investing in Moonbeam at like between 250 to probably 500 million. So clearly Moonbeam is the better pick. So some people are like, they don't do the math and they're like, oh yeah, I just want to do all of them because like Akala does this, Moonbeam does this, they're different. So like I want to be in both for the fundamentals, but that's like, again, they're memeing themselves because the tokenomics are very different. If they're same valuation, I would back both, but they're not. Yeah, so Moonbeam all the way. Yeah. And especially if you look at their investors, like Moonbeam's investors in their second round were Binance, Coinbase. Akala is like good. Akala is like Arrington, which is like a meme. Like a lot of good reputation, tier 1 dump VCs is there. That would explain a lot of why they designed the tokenomics this way. Yeah.
Isn't there a hard cap on these parachains?
Not for these three. Not for Akala, Moonbeam, or Shiden. For the second batch, a lot of them have it, but for the first batch, most don't. Yeah, I don't think these 5. Yeah, I think Bifrost had.
So it's a waiting game, pretty much, to see kind of how the auctions.
Yeah, it's a waiting game. Yeah. But again, like the error of like tolerance, the margin of tolerance we have for Akala is very small. The crowd loan cannot be big. Versus Moonbeam, like we can tolerate for them to raise 100 million. It'd still be okay. Still be very cheap. Yeah. I'll try to find the number. I'll be okay to tolerate Akala. Because like I don't know how much they are putting in the crowd loan. Yeah, but once we know the numbers, it'll be very clear. Like very clear. Like how by which point the crowd loan are they overvalued, and up to how much is it still good returns. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for the next few months.
Me too. I think I'd probably go like. I think the Moonbeam is going to be an all-in opportunity.
Yeah.
Sounds degenerate, but
I mean,
yeah.
Dot is pretty much an all-in opportunity right now. A lot of these plays are. Bridge is still really strong. AVAX, I think, is going to heat back up. Yeah, there's quite a few good.
Oh yeah, one last. What do you think about Joel right now? What? Like, I'm trying to pick more up like today.
Yeah, so I'm a little wish-washy on Joe. I think AVAX is going to come back. Like I do have pretty strong convictions there. Let me see if I can pull the tools. Yeah, I think it's still pretty cheap, right? Like they're stealing a ton of TVL. I think the TVL paints, right? Like they have a billion.
Yeah,
I think over a billion.
Technically
TVL.
speaking, it's really cheap. But like, will it get cheaper? Is kind of what it is. Yeah, like Banker Joe is coming tomorrow.
For me, anyways.
Literally tomorrow. Yeah. And then the incentives, right? I looked at like just like catalyst events, right? Obviously, we know price is cheap. It's back to like this head and shoulders here, inverse, not head and shoulders, double bottom here, right at $2. So we're sitting right here. So, and we know like Three Arrows and Defiance, they got in like around, let's say $1.50. So price wise, definitely is very cheap. And comparing to TVL, also very cheap. Question is like, is it time to get in? Because the catalyst events are Banker Joel coming tomorrow, and then Avalanche Rush, which will be 3 months for Joel rewards and 3 months for AVAX rewards. That will for sure come in October. They said mid-October, which is like probably 1 week away for their rush to start. So that's what I have for like timing catalyst events. And then I compared it. Obviously, like the clear comparison there is to Phantom ecosystem. So Phantom rewards have a 2-month cliff, right? So even if so like how projects on Phantom, let's say Spirit Swap, if they have liquidity mining coming in Phantom, they have to apply to the foundation, and once they are approved, that FTM tokens gets released to them after 2 months, 2-month cliff. So even if they were approved day one, that's at least like another month until Phantom like actual rewards can start for the liquidity mining. So for sure, Avalanche and Rush will come first. So I think there could be a bit more rotation back from Phantom to AVAX very soon.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Very similar premise, anyways. Maybe Pi Llama helps support this, but there's definitely been a rotation to the FTM ecosystem, and I think there's going to be a rotation back. I don't think the FTM ecosystem is as developed, and it's not like I think Avalanche is better tech too.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I'm very tempted to go heavier at in Joel here, like right around $2. I think all the price, TA, catalyst, timing, but it's difficult because the chart looks like this. So that's probably where the alpha is. It's like it's difficult to do it right now.
Yeah, the chart looks like shit, so it's a good buy. It's pretty much
hasn't looked like full shit yet, but if we break below, significantly below 2, like below 180, that'll be pretty shitty. Fuck it. I think I gotta buy Joel today. I think that's it.
Yeah, so,
I actually sold
Avalanche
my spell
up,
just now. I sold my spell.
Oh,
I plan to put that in Joel. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, it just did 3x.
What the fuck? No, it didn't. There's no way it's at. There's no way it's at like close to 4 billion TD like market cap. That's impossible.
Oh yeah, it's at 6 now.
Oh no, it's like doubling as we speak, right? Like they just got listed on Coinbase. Right,
Yeah.
as we speak. Binance and Coinbase.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold. Yeah, shit. I think I'm gonna hold my spell just a bit. I want to put the tattoo on my face, so yeah.
Okay.
More.
Am
I coming in clear?
Yeah, you're coming in clear. It'll probably still go up, but I think.
Okay.
I think by me getting into Joe here, I think whatever the gains for spell, I can most likely make up for it and more in Joel. And that's what I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I just kind of don't want to be betting on these dexes too much. Like it's a little hypocritical, but like I think Spell is really novel, and I think it could be like the next blue chip. Where I think Joe is kind
It
of.
already is though. You can't look at it that way. It already is. It's a blue chip now.
I know.
Like it's
but
at 1
just,
billion.
Like, how? Yeah, shit. But I
Like
think
look at
it
this
could
valuation.
It could be. It's kind of 20x, bro.
What? If it's 20x, it's literally bigger than like.
I'm just being super bullish. Like,
okay, let me think. If it's 20x's,
I think
it's
still
like
has
bigger than Luna.
yeah, it's gonna take over.
What the fuck?
Daniel Sest is announcing his new chain today.
Crazy. Oh my god.
He's been working
Spell
on
chain?
a
Magic chain?
Solana fork.
Oh my
He's
god.
forking Solana.
Magic chain, right? Yeah, he's got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna use it as collateral, and just do like take like
yeah, that's a good idea.
Out.
You can't do it though.
Just,
like there's no MIM left for the stake spell pool. There hasn't been for like.
Oh, there isn't?
2 weeks. No, I've been trying. There's like $700 in there. Like whenever it's filled, everyone just like apes. So you can't borrow on top of spell right now. Like people are levered to the teeth, you know. I'll show you here. Like I know what you're talking about. Unless I checked Rari as well. Rari doesn't have this yet as collateral. Click wallet. I wish like I can lever on it, but I can't. This is another thing why I think it's like so risky. Not so risky, but like it's pretty lucrative, like insane the run up. Like this pool, right? Spell as collateral, borrow MIM. This has not had MIM in here for like 2 weeks. I've been watching this every day. Like people are actually levered on here quite a lot on spell.
Yeah. Okay, now that kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
Too much leverage, I think, is kind of can be overdue for a pullback.
Yeah, I think this pool is the main thing that like is able to drive a lot of speculation of this up, because it's not on any like major centralized exchange yet that has futures. Usually, when you have something like over $1 billion, it's on Binance and Binance futures, but this one isn't. So it's probably this. They have their own futures market.
Yeah, so I had a little bit of a vision of like FTX. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit of a vision of like FTX listing them, and then kind of seeing us like a similar play as like the Adventure Gold, where like it got really hyped and then kind of they just dump. So we could see like if FTX does that, like if it gets listed up on FTX and they start doing like perpetuals for it, I'm pretty much going to be looking for an exit like that day. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we have some room for more leg up. But yeah, I think I'm just going to use it as collateral.
It's not
going
to
to
crash. It's
if
already
if
a
we go back into the bull run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm just taking out like 10K or whatever, I have enough collateral to where I'm pretty much not affected. You experience a huge crash.
Holy shit, that volume. 128 million in volume on this peak. On literally
it's gonna flip Bitcoin.
Texas. The volume
it's gonna be $1 at the end of the bull runs.
Yeah, this is healthy. Volume has been going up, right? Since like there was 20 million volume on October 4th. Volume slowly rising here. Is this the volume chart? Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, I'm out actually. I sold all my spell actually. I don't know. Probably regret. It can do another 2-3x, no doubt for that. But I'll not miss it. Yeah, like another 3x, you're literally competing with its like Parachain. Like Phantom is like 5 billion.
When you put it like that.
Phantom is 5.5 billion. So, you know, like spell 4 billion, sure, yeah, but you know that has pretty much never happened before, right? When it's like a DApp being bigger than one of the parent chains. So yeah, I can do another 3-4x max, I would say, but I'm not too keen on chasing that anymore. Whatever. Yeah, don't let me ruin your party. But like,
it's gonna hit it all.
For whoever is still trying to get in right now, just like take that as like a warning. But if you're still holding it, nothing against it. Like we've been bullish on this since like very early, so can't FUD that. Yeah.
Oh my god, your finance is 1.2 billion.
What? What are you looking at? Oh, it's got Joel on here. Your mic is choppy again. All right, just dead air. Let me look at Joel here. Yeah, I think the last. I'm just trying to figure out like where I rotate that into. I think Joel is clear. I think I'm just not ballsy enough to really call it here. But I think all the science metrics, catalyst events, timing fit. I think it's just nobody else is publicly bullish on it. Is the main thing. And then I think if you're bullish on Daniel Sesta's coins, I think ICE is way better, like valuation wise, than Spell right now. So I'm probably going to rotate more of that Spell profit to ICE. Yeah, so this is a multi-chain yield farming aggregator, right? So so this is one. Also Synapse. I think it's still very undervalued. Yeah, especially at this dip. Wow, $3, close to $3 again. Yeah, big opportunity here for Synapse. So I'm gonna be using that spell profit to buy more Synapse and ICE. And Joel. Let's look at Joel here. Spell is literally top #1 trending like everywhere. It's insane. I think Luke has cut off. Oh, never mind. He's back. What's up? You're back. Yo.
Yeah, clears your shit out.
Okay, you're back.
Window closed.
Shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna be buying Joel Synapse ICE today probably with that profit.
I'm buying more Spell. The weak hands have left.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I agree. It's more risk than it is reward now. I just don't know where to be put into my just yet. I think ICE is probably a good play. What's ICE's market cap now? Like 250 million or so?
Yeah, 280, I think. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's probably worth it 2x, especially if the narrative, like the Daniel Sesta narrative continues.
It's literally just Danny Maxi, right? It's like people buying every coin that Danny is in.
Yeah.
So you can't buy time now. That's like 600 million. Can't really buy
I
stuff
know.
anymore. So
I was like, we were looking at time, going like, oh, 20
we were
million
looking at
market cap,
timeline like day
right
one
after.
before it was live.
Yeah.
Like, remember
Contemplate
Viburn's telling us
sometimes.
about? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we overthink things too much, I think sometimes.
Yeah.
Ape hard is my thesis.
Yep. I'm gonna big regret if I don't buy Joel here. Like I just gotta buy. Like it's really is that
What's
clear.
Are you thinking like $1 billion market cap on Joe, like end of year, or what? What are you thinking?
It can 2x from here to all-time high, so that's a what, 500 million? Yeah, that's 400 million, and then you can take out the all-time high. If you take this move, that's like a 4. Yeah. Really hard to say. I don't know. I can't see a clear like market cap target for it. I think a super bullish case if it turns out to be like a pancake type of scenario, which is like very far-fetched, but yeah, I just know it's cheap, and I know $4 is like pretty much programmed, so 2x from here is like pretty much no problem. But then once it hits that, right, that's literally first sign of price discovery. Then where's the next step? I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to value this, to be honest, like market cap wise.
So what did Quick get up to? I think Quick got up to like 600 million.
Because I don't think it's that kind of fundamentals play. I think it's like their fundamentals, like narratives wise, there's not that much different from like Quick or even Pangolin, right? And what makes Quick different from Pancake fundamentally? Not much, right? So, you know, like, so why is Pancake at like, what is it, 4 billion, 5 billion, something like that? You know, like, then. So I don't know what the metric is there to compare. Fundamental, yeah, Pancake is at 4 billion. So fundamental design, Pancake and Quick is the same thing. There's no difference. So I don't know. Like, I don't think it's like fundamentals.
Like finance provides
yeah,
like a ton of liquidity for their own chain.
You can look at it as like Binance picking winners, right? And saying like, okay, you trade on Binance. On Binance chain, like you are the DEX. Then yeah, like AVAX, clearly they will choose like Joel, right? That's clear already. So who is AVAX gonna be showing this onto, right? And their backers, right? Like Three Arrows and Polychain and these guys that got in the AVAX ecosystem round, who are they going to pitch and try to get Joel on top of, right? Like, are they enough to get this on Binance? Like, I don't know. And then like last sign is like for these DEXs, it's really user count growth and volume growth. And for that, we can look at Token Terminal and Tap Radar, I think. Those are the two main places. But I monitor them, but they aren't as clear yet. Like there's not a divergence of like either user count or volume that will warrant like significant undervaluation. So yeah. Let me look at it. Trader Joe, Avalanche, Exchange, historical activity, volume. Yeah, you see volume.
Price to sales is really low.
What's low?
It's at like under 5.
What? PNS? You mean? Price over.
Price. Oh yeah. My bad. It was price to sales is.
Okay.
Yeah, price to earnings is 26.
Yeah.
Which is still not that bad, but not nearly as good.
Yeah, I just see like user growth, volume decline, transaction growth. Which I really hope is gonna be uptick right when Rush starts, like end of this month. Yeah. Then Trader Joe here. Am I even sharing? I'm not sharing screen. Fuck. We're just literally talking ourselves. Okay. Here, Trader Joe. FDV to revenue. Let's take out FDV here. How do I even zoom this to? How do? Annualized total revenue. Yeah, so PS ratio is
it's based
declining. Why can't I zoom in this? What is this? 90 days maybe?
Metric because it's based on the last 90 days. Probably should even go shorter.
Oh my god, 30 days? Here. Okay, yeah. So they haven't been losing like revenue, right? But market cap has been declining. Let's get PE here. Same thing for PE, right? 90-day. Yeah, this is like really bad. I wish I can do a custom period.
Does Manson support Avalanche? You know?
No, they just supported Phantom. They don't even support BSC yet, which is like insane. FDV and then revenue.
So I think just to highlight is Avalanche's TVL is up 28% this week.
Okay.
And Trader Joe's TVL is down 7% this week.
The fuck?
So yeah.
What's that flowing into? Okay,
maybe there's another perpetual that's kind of, or like another DEX or something that's kind of stealing liquidity. Right. Yeah, like that's honestly what I was thinking though. So
let's see. Let's put the applications on AVAX side by side here. For TVL. Change. Let's say TVL charts. Can you rank, please? Okay. By 7 days, the large ones have been gone up. Oh yeah, okay. Aave and Curve. So yeah, they both launch on AVAX. Yeah. Yeah, Aave and Curve.
Yeah, I kind of almost think I almost think that
to
this liquidity is just gonna come back, take back either Phantom or the blue chips back into Joe with the liquidity mining rewards, right? And
I think so. Yeah.
I think like looking at this chart, I think it kind of paints the clearest picture. Like I think Phantom might have just got, you know, the right traction, and then
yeah, it's like the
Phantom,
rotation is like they announce liquidity mining and then inflow, and then like people realize, okay, it's not going to start for another month. They move on to the next announcement. This happened. So AVAX announced first, and then people were on AVAX, and then Phantom announced. They went on Phantom, and then like Harmony announced. They went on Harmony, and then but the first one that will go live is AVAX. So yeah. But yeah, you're right.
I mean,
this 7-day TVL hasn't been very hot.
But I mean, if it's the blue chips, if they
fuck it. Okay, I just know.
The reason.
I have to be right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm leveraging up my spell.
I think
I'm getting the $26 out of there.
Yeah, if price clearly breaks below like $1.80 for Joe and then like just stays below, I'll be pretty bad. If Banker Joe announcement tomorrow and then Avalanche Rush within the next week comes to Joe, doesn't see a TVL uptick, then that'll be bad. I'll probably exit. But this is kind of the last crunch to like hold out for instead of like just like, you know, dipping out before the events go live. So I'm waiting here. I'm doubling down. Yeah. Who knows? It might cost nothing, right? Like Rush happens and then like Joe still goes down. Then like fuck it. That just means like I was wrong, but not there yet. Right. We've been waiting for these events. Just about to start next week. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Joe goes down from here, like you this is going to be easy to say on our side, but you can't even blame like us. Like everything was so right. Like we had all the right cards and everything. So if like Joe goes down, like it's probably like it would just be so.
That's the part of the losing trades, right? It's like sometimes it just like you have all the right cards, but it doesn't happen. That's why you have stop loss. So that's why you consider all scenarios.
Yeah.
But I don't think this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's still very, very likely that this is a win.
Yeah, I just think $200 million market cap is cheap. I think $150 million market cap is like way too cheap.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a hard time seeing it go down like $1.50.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm good bags.
Pump it. Oh, went up 2 cents. Someone already bought from our stream.
It's my phone signal.
Okay.
It's a confirmation.
All right. I think yeah. I think the stream is too long already. We don't even have time to do Q&A. But yeah, like Spell, very expensive, but probably will continue going. Ice Synapse is what I'm buying. Joel as well. Dot, and then really do the numbers for the crowd loans, but like Moonbeam is way better than Akala crowd loan. So yeah, I'll let you guys know once I have more numbers. But yeah, Dot crowd loans is gonna be a kind of a ape hot heavy ones and then like reap your profits for next 2 years type of thing. So don't mess it up. And then yeah, that's it. Really excited for Dot actually. Anything else, Luke?
Yeah, I am too.
I just called it here.
No. Yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, good call on Spell, dude. Like I don't know anyone else that's like we talked about Spell very early, but I was not convinced. This is too meme-like.
Well, I think
I did not know who Daniel Sessa
I-
is before time. Yeah.
For me personally, it wasn't the call out on time at $13 million market cap that was impressive. It was me telling everybody in the chat to not sell, and it was our call when we saw everything going over to cross chain. It was that call where we were saying we should be buying this rather than selling the news now. I think that was the real awesome play, because getting the 2x's on low caps and whatnot is kind of it's pretty easy. It's kind of more of a gamble more than anything. But to have the clarity and the diction to ride it for this long, I think is kind of the real what we should really be proud of, I think. For a lot of us, anyways.
Okay, continue riding it, man. I hope it goes to $1 and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You guys could all be millionaires.
It's gonna go to $1 and I'm gonna get a Daniel Sesta tattoo.
Yeah, I'm just here for sacrifice so that you can continue pumping.
Yeah, no. Thank you. It's something I had to do it. That is.
Okay.
Okay. That's it for me though.
All right.
Good call.
I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, good call. It's a bit long, but yeah, I'll try to do more Q&As, mostly focusing on Q&As tomorrow for tomorrow's call. Okay, have a good one, guys. I think that'll be it. Yeah, see you guys. See you tomorrow, same time. 12 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. UTC. Okay, bye, guys.